Hello, everyone. It's Mara Medusa, and welcome to another edition of CobraCat's. And as always, today we have Mr. Mad Cat. How are you doing?
Are we sure, Mr. Mad Cat? You look like a Miss Mad Cat right now.
I know. Yeah, well, okay. Now it's not Cobra Cat today. It's just Cat. Or Kitty Cat. How about that? But yeah, we also have Reading Ren. How are you doing?
Hello, I'm good.
And I hope you guys remember Gorgon.
Yes.
You know, for a moment there, I thought you were going to introduce Gorgon before me, and I'm like, God, I got upstaged by a snake.
Oh. Yeah, we got a Cobra Cat going on right here.
Yeah.
But yeah. So today we're discussing something great.
Yeah.
Something horrific.
Yeah, that's true. I would agree with that.
Well, for me, it's actually really tough to go through this. This will be a emotional episode for me because this actually reminds me a lot of the childhood I was from.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this level of abuse was what I grew up with. So I actually have a good understanding of what those children are going through.
Yeah. And I've seen like quite a few videos so far, and it's and just their like interactions with people and how they've reacted to the situation, and it's just sketchy. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Really
slimy, gross, disgusting, not human. Several other words.
Oh yeah, since you mentioned it, Mad Cat, my outfit was bought by Mr. Bugger Randy or something like that on Twitter. I'll put the link to my Amazon wish list in the chat. You can send stuff to me and then I'll wear it on stream, like this freaking kitty cat outfit. And there's another stream like with where sorry, where I'm wearing like a kind of a slave Leia outfit, not really, but it's like
slave Leia knockoff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I keep trying to get people to buy outfits for me too on my wish list. I even put a chainmail bikini. No one's bought it.
Ooh. Yeah, I've got a lot of stuff in there. Lots of just random shit.
Oh god, today's the day for hangout links.
Is everyone?
And if anyone wants to buy me stuff to wear, I mean, I'm open to that.
Oh yeah. Buy you a slave Leia outfit.
Yeah.
Damn, I can't get my fucking.
So we want to get started, or?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm just trying to get my fucking link to work so I can send it.
So, starting off, just looking at this, I mean, this is supposed to be their apology video.
You mean their third apology, second apology video?
I don't know. I just found this apology.
Yeah, there's another one where they blame Philip DeFranco that was quote-unquote an apology, too.
Wow.
But do these look like faces of people who's apologetic for what they've done? If anything, they look annoyed and perturbed.
Yeah, a little bit.
So, hold on. Let me get my speaker in position. Start this.
Hello, Daddyofive. This is going to be a bit of a different video than we usually do. Been the absolute of our life, and we realize that we have made some terrible parenting decisions, and we just want to make things right.
We've had a lot of time to stand back, to jump out of character, and to see how we've come across. And I understand how everyone feels. I acknowledge and I respect how everyone feels. And I do agree that we put things on the internet that should not be there. We did things that we should not do.
Over the last week, looking back at the videos and just thinking about things, if I didn't know the people and I saw some of those things, thinking the same thing.
See, we didn't establish a safe word today, but my first thought of this is, you know, you're only apologizing because people brought it up to you that it was bad. It didn't occur to you at the time of doing it, or even right after you did it. It's like, hey, maybe we kind of went a little far.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, the sad thing is that they're kind of they make sense, because it definitely, you know, or at least she made sense in the last statement that she made. But I don't think that they learned from that at all. I doubt it. I hope they did, but
They didn't.
they seem like
No, they
children
didn't.
themselves, honestly, that are trying to like say stuff that would make adults you know, be like, oh, it's okay. You know what I mean? Oh shit.
Well, you know, there was in one of the videos I watched that I have that we might be able to get to today. There was a scene where they're talking on video about going to Disneyland, and how the one child that seems to be tortured the most wasn't allowed to go to Disneyland because he misbehaved. And
fuck?
the exact thing that he did is like he was rubbing feces on the wall.
Huh?
And they're just sitting there like, well, you know, all kids are bad, but our kid is really, really bad. And it's like, you know, he's doing this because he's acting out. There's no structure in his life. See today that, you know, everything is punishable. Everything, you know, if he tries to do good, then you'll tell him that he did bad just to laugh in his face. No child can operate in that environment unless something mentally, psychologically damaging happens to them, that they end up becoming sociopaths because they can't discern right from wrong. Actually, psychopathy, but
Yeah.
Dang, it's getting bright in here. Holy shit. Jesus. Hallelujah. Sorry.
you know, and this is something that happened to me in my childhood. It was like, and you know, I apologize ahead of time. I'm going to be talking a lot about my childhood, but in my household, it was like anything that was given to me could be taken away, and usually was as punishment. That I never felt like I ever owned anything. And after a while, I stopped asking for things because I knew that it would often be like, hey, like one year I wanted to do karate. And my parents were like, oh, well, you just need to get really good grades and then you can start taking karate. And I think they said that thinking I wouldn't get good grades. Well, I worked hard, got good grades, and they even took me down to the dojo and then left because there's too many people there, and it never happened. And it's like, you know, they set a condition, I met that condition, I still didn't get my reward. And it was just like, that's kind of the life, the household that these children are in. That while they don't actually take anything away from them, they keep poking the bear. They keep saying, oh, we're going to do this, this, and this. Haha, it was just a joke. You can't be mad at it because it's just a joke.
Mhm.
And then punish them for reacting badly to being pranked like that. And in the example of the whole Disneyland thing, you know, when realizing that their child is rubbing feces on the wall, they don't take a step back at that point and be like, you know, maybe our child is behaving this way because of us.
Well, not to mention the
I
misinformation.
mean, no matter
around
how your child behaves.
I said, no
What's
matter.
that?
There's also the misinformation around that. First, they said it was poop on the walls, and they said, "Oh, we only said that for the video, so we didn't embarrass him because he overflowed the toilet." And then they said it was because he would run away, and they just couldn't keep track of him. They didn't want to keep track of him there. So it's kind of hard to see. I think the poop on the walls is what actually happened. Because how is the kid might run away or the kid's embarrassed because he clogged a toilet? You know, how are those more reasonable?
In a lot of this, though, my ultimate point before we play this again is that, you know, if your child is acting up, then the parents, I don't care what parents it is, I don't care what child it is, the parents need to at least entertain the idea that maybe they're responsible. And I think most parents would. If their child starts acting up and it's a continued pattern, the parents at least have to look at themselves. Are we doing something wrong? Are we responsible for this? Is there something we can change about ourselves that will fix this issue? Never did that. And they've had plenty of opportunities to do that. That's why I don't take them serious at their apology.
Mhm.
And she's supposed to be teary-eyed. Do you see any red in her eyes at all?
No.
I mean, maybe she doesn't have redness in her eyes, like bloodshot in her eyes when she cries. Some people are like that, but I'm just not convinced by this performance. This just looks like to me, hey, we might not be making money on YouTube anymore. We're sorry. Pay attention to us again.
The guy just doesn't look like he knows what the fuck is going on. Honestly. And the lady definitely looks like she's trying to like overact. Definitely. But
Yeah.
yeah.
I would be like, oh my God, those poor children are watching us, and you know, the kids got excited about it, and they would try to see how many views they could get, and we feel like we went from something that wasn't so bad, and then we just kept going more and more for the shock factor versus reality and get more views, and they kind of feel like some of it is their fault, and it's not their fault. It's not. It's we're the parents, and we should have made better decisions. A lot more than we could give them before, and we just felt like we were doing the best thing that we could for them. We are now in family counseling because
I hate their editing. What are they cutting out?
Yeah, that really bothers me that they're doing a lot of jump cuts. And it seems like to me that they're just trying to give the best performance possible, and they're cutting out anywhere where they kind of go off on tangents or whatever. And it just seems disingenuous.
Meanwhile, the guy is still like staring off into the distance. Like honestly, for that reason alone, I feel like it's scripted.
Of course it's
like
scripted.
I know it's probably not, but that like it's just
No,
weird.
it is. It is scripted. Look how they're talking actually very clear, very concise, which is probably the reason why they're jump cutting, is they're trying to get the best performance possible. And they're speaking in words that you know, looking at some of these videos, I wouldn't ascribe to being their normal vocabulary, their normal way of speaking.
Oh no.
You know, it's just the way they phrase things. It's like they're really trying to give an apology to say all of the right things, but not speak from the heart.
Yeah.
Well, it's the same
Now-
reason, you know, they probably have a lawyer. Someone in chat was right. They probably have a lawyer behind the camera, for one. And two, it's probably the reason why 90% of their videos off their YouTube channel are gone. Even though, well, it doesn't take long to find a YouTuber who has them all.
Well, from what I heard, they actually privatized all of their videos. Not actually delete them, but that was a rumor. I don't know if that's actually true or not.
Well, either way, I'm sure, you know, it wouldn't take some other lawyer long to find someone who has the videos.
I think. Sorry, I'm pretty sure Suit yourself posted a link to all of their videos, like an archive of all of the videos before they deleted them. Somewhere on Twitter.
Well, some of the channels that I've seen on this, some of the videos, have said that they've actually downloaded all of the videos. Like, I think it was this channel that said that he had like 300 hours worth of stuff and had multiple people help him to kind of go through to make this video.
Yeah.
And of course, this video here, which I'll put back at the beginning, has a lot of just different stuff. So I'm betting that Suit Yourself
oh, he did download
probably
more.
has all of the videos.
He showed a screenshot when they privatized all the all the so-called pranks. He took a screenshot of his thing showing he had gotten them all.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and finish this one up. Got about a minute left.
Media stuff, but we needed to come back together and have everybody, even the kids, to understand in all this. We just want to give our kids back some type of normalcy. Be able to go back to school and just live their lives.
I just wanted to take care of everybody.
We just wanted you guys, we wanted them to be happy. We just wanted our kids to be happy, and we went about it the wrong way. We're focused on making sure that our kids don't have to deal with so much backlash from our bad decisions. And we realize now what kind of a situation we put them in. And we're just really sorry to them.
What are the kids suffering from it? From the internet backlash. It's their problem.
The kids aren't. They're probably posting this out now because the fat one, the ugly excuse for a mother, she her ex is now going after the 3 older boys for custody of them. So now it's not just Rose trying to get Emma and Cody back. Now it's the other dad going, I want my 3 boys back.
Well, shit, maybe he's a better dad. You never know.
According to reports, he's a high-ranking firefighter.
Well, that's not necessarily indicative of him being a good father.
He's better than that piece of shit.
Only hope. We could only hope. But at the very least, it's probably going to be a lot easier in custody court with all of these videos showing all of the abuse that they conducted.
Oh yeah, both parties will have a very easier time, going after and saying, no, look, this is what they were doing, and they are making money off of it.
Yeah.
Before you
They're
go,
basically exploiting their children through torture and abuse.
before you go on to another video, I just want to say that video with fucking H3H3 and Steve-O is hilarious. Because, well, it's basically making fun of Daddyofive. It's great. You should check it out.
Which one?
But the one where it has Steve-O with the balloon in his mouth and the scissors.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that one.
But what was I going to say? Yeah, I lost my train of thought. Oh, I was going to talk about how I heard that apparently they're what's that organization called? Child Protective Services, CPS,
Yeah.
was called out on them, and they ruled that there was nothing wrong.
Corporal punishment. They declared it corporal punishment. But there has been some news recently, and Base Mama put out a video where she looked into some of these people, public records, nothing you couldn't get a hold of. And apparently Heather, the piece of shit woman in the videos, is very connected to a lot of people. So they're apparently in court. There was sealed documents about Rose when she was a kid that got out and was used against her in court.
And who's Rose?
Rose is Emma and Cody's mom.
Okay.
So apparently Heather is they're saying CPS never came to them. In Scotch, corporal punishment is where you can hit your kids as a punishment instead of timeout.
Yeah.
And
yeah, that was the rumor I heard, and a lot of people were angry. It's like, well, Child Protection Services is not doing their job. And it's like, well, technically they were doing their job, and they made a ruling.
Yes.
I mean, you can't criticize them one moment and then demand that they go and do something the next moment. This is just what they did. And, I mean, what they were doing was bad. It definitely was bad, but by CPS standards, it's not. I mean, the only way it could be bad is if they had permanent injuries or were suffering sexual abuse. But what they were experiencing wouldn't be a reason for Child Protective Services to take the children out.
Well, yeah. I mean, we can hope that maybe they will take the kids out now, given now there is some evidence of physical, and it's videotaped, so they have proof. On top of that, you also have the fact that there's now global pressure because there were newspapers in the UK covering this. Fox News has covered it. They've been on a whole bunch of TV. They've been on TV now. It's kind of gotten around where there is enough pressure that, politically they'll have to do something now.
And before we play the videos, I want to address one more thing. And this was in one of the Skype groups that I was a part of. Someone was talking about wanting to dox these people, about wanting to post their information online. Now, the reason they wanted to do this is that, according to them, and I don't know if this is true, that in order to report them to Child Protective Services, you need an actual address. You can't just say, here's their YouTube video. And as bad as this is, and as much as I want these kids to be taken out of this home, do not dox these people. And I'll tell you why I'm saying this. Because doxing is bad no matter what. Even if it's for a good cause, it's still bad. Because we cannot control how people use that information. Once it's out there, someone may decide to take an action against this family as a result of that information. Just be against the parents. Well, it might be against the parents, but the children would be in harm's way. What if someone decides to drive by their house and throw a brick in the window?
Yeah.
And ends up hitting a child? you're now responsible for putting their information out there because someone decided to take that information and end up harming a child. A good example of mundane Matt. He got swatted. And the SWAT team showed up to his house and he had a shotgun in his face. It was aimed directly there. Now, while I trust our boys in blue, what if right then and there a car backfires and everyone
you
gets
never know what could
trigger
happen.
happy? Boom, no more mundane Matt. Now, that didn't happen, but there's that potential that it could.
Well, also there's the potential that that could harm Rose's case of getting her kids back. If people who are online saying they are supporters of her dox the address, it could, in some convoluted way, be used against her, so she could possibly have a harder time getting the kids back.
Right.
It's better to, as slow it as it is, to let the court case go through the way it's supposed to.
I mean, I do want these children out of this, and the people that we're talking about wanting to do this, we're trying to justify it that they had to do it for the children, and it's, once again, you cannot be assured how that information will be used if you make it public. And whatever happens as a result of that, you are ultimately responsible. Even if you don't face one charge in a courtroom, responsible if anything happens to those children.
Yeah.
As guilty as the parents that we're trying to punish in this case. So I really wanted to make a about that. So let us go ahead and check out some of the stuff that they've done for people who may not have seen this. And this is one of the few times where I will say this and not be joking. Trigger warning. This is some really horrific stuff. And like for me, like I said, it was hard for me to watch this because it really reminds me of my childhood, of environment I was in. I will say, though, that these parents are worse than my parents, because while my parents did this kind of stuff because they wanted to punish me, these parents are doing it as a joke, as trying to get a rise out of their children to make money on YouTube.
Yeah.
My parents never did that, so that's one good thing about my parents. There's a lot of good things about my parents, I'll be fair on that one, but it was still an abusive household, so...
Go get the homework sheet. Go get it. Let me see it. Why is it scribbled out? You was playing games on the computer instead of doing homework? That's where you were playing games? Really? Really? You want to play games? You want to play some games? Stay right here. Want to play games? You want to play games, Cody? No. Want to play games? Let's play games, Cody! Play! Jay! You want to play games? Do ya? Do ya? Jay! There! Play that! Play that game! It works fine!
Yeah.
Whoa. How are you going to play this?
This is your Xbox. This one's yours.
You tricked me. I don't like
That
you.
was the broken Xbox.
I don't like you.
This is yours.
I don't care.
You want to break this one?
I don't forgive you. For what you did.
Oh,
That's
my
what
God.
I'm feeling.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God! All right. I won't punish you for being bad this one time.
I can do that.
Go play.
I haven't seen that one yet. That's why would you do that? Why would okay, like I can understand like maybe playing that prank on someone, but maybe if they're a little older.
Not
Also-
even then, not the Xbox, because that even if you pulled that prank on a friend, you would have that friend probably decking you before you could hand them the new one because of how expensive Xboxes are.
Yeah, but even like besides that, like did he have to yell and scream and like make it so scary? Like that's probably what made him cry. Like or contributed to it, because like what's the point of that? Like that reminds me of my stepdad. He was just like loud for no fucking reason and it made no sense. And it was just scary and weird. And that's what he's doing. He's just a fucking
Because these people are sadists. And because they enjoy seeing their child cry.
yeah. Either
And
that or
then
just
we'll
be
try to
stupid.
say, hey, it's just a joke. Don't get upset. You know, you're just a baby.
Yeah, I like how he tried to like play around with him afterwards, like it was fun or something. Like no, like no amount of like I don't know. It's just it's really weird to do that to someone that you love.
Well,
But
not to mention not the way they're doing it. Like I could see your point that the broken Xbox prank could work. If you did like an accidental, oops, I dropped the Xbox, and got their reaction that way. Because then it's less menacing.
yeah, but he made it seem like he was in trouble. That like that was just kind of fucked up on multiple levels.
Well, this really comes down to power. I mean, you know, humiliation can be used as a part of a dynamic, but both people have to consent to it. The child's not consenting in this point. He doesn't know that, you know, he's being humiliated. He actually thinks this is actually happening. And a part of me wonders, what are they like without the camera? For the child to actually believe that this is real. Makes me wonder if there's something worse that goes on when the cameras are not rolling. He can believe this is actually happening.
And even if it's not, like obviously this joke, this playing around, this roughhousing shit is like a very common thing in the house. Even if it doesn't go deeper than that, that's still like you're supposed to be a dad, not a fucking bully. So, like,
And yeah, that is what he is. He's a bully. And, you know, I mean, this kind of response right here. Okay, he did something bad. He should get punished. Hey, we're taking your Xbox. You're not going to get it back until you've learned your lesson. That's an appropriate punishment.
Mm-hmm.
What he just
smashing it is not.
What's up?
I said smashing it is not.
No. And he's never really going to understand right from wrong, where if he does one little thing wrong, it explodes like this. And then is told, oh, it's just a joke, you know, don't worry about it. Oh, we're not going to punish you this time. That's not structure, and children need structure. Going to be a normal person again. I mean, it took me until I was 30 till I felt like I had overcome the abuses I had in childhood. And it might even take him much longer than that with what he's going through.
Wake up! Wake up! You're falling asleep over there. Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Catch you falling asleep. Wake up! Wake up! And how many views are you gonna get?
Million.
You're gonna get 1,000,000 views. You get 1,000,000 views, and I'll buy you.
A PS4?
Get you a PlayStation 4 if you get 1,000,000 views. Jake, it's time to wake up! Ryan, it's time to wake up! Really?
Not a prank.
I have 5 kids, and I do not always like yelling for them. So I think I fixed the problem, and I got me a new toy. Ryan!
Pointing it out.
Cody, wake up! Wake up!
Yeah, blow out his eardrums, why don't you?
What's up?
I said blow out his fucking eardrums, why don't you?
Oh, he doesn't need eardrums, right?
Next, just put a trumpet straight in his ear hole.
I don't know how many of you guys have caught my live stream the other day of me playing the game. But yeah, there was a game called Kid Dracula.
Why are you touching stuff? Get off of it! You boy! Alright, so everybody has been asking about this. And everything, and I always ask, what's that board? What's all that stuff? So I decided to just tell everybody what it is. This here is a punishment board. For each thing that they do bad, if they do this certain thing bad, now these numbers here, they represent the sentences they will have to write. So if they lie, they will have to write 50 sentences. If they have an unclean room, after several warnings, now you give warnings and stuff. If they have an unclean room, it's 100 sentences. I will keep my room clean. You know, you guys get the point.
So how's that working for you if you have to have a whole entire system for it?
Did you note only 2 kids are on that board?
Yeah.
Okay, well, what I find funny, really funny, is that 1, they misspelled lying. And 2, one of them said acting like a baby. Who the fuck punishes someone for something like that? That is a childish thing to say. Very, very childish.
It's probably in reference to the prank.
So someone requested the ink video. So let me see if I can find that, because that was so fucked up right there, and I think that was probably shows a lot of really bad things. But let me see if I can pull it. But I mean, you know, kudos for trying to find alternative punishments than actually beating the child. I wish my parents believed in that, but I mean, my parents, they had this thing where they started having us write letters about what we did wrong and how we would never do it again, and we promised that we wouldn't. And the thing in my household is that if my stepfather was certain of something, it was truth. It didn't matter if it wasn't. Like, if it's like, you boys did something wrong, me and my brother, so one of you needs to admit it. And we both say we didn't do it. And half the time, I think it was my brother who actually did, and the other half, I think it was Bob. Yes, sometimes I did bad things, okay? Boys do bad things. And if I did something bad and I got caught, I would try to admit it. But there was just some times where both me and my brother are saying, no, we didn't do it. But we learned after a deal of time that my stepfather said that we did something, one of us admitted it. Even if we didn't do it, we would admit to doing it. And this was something my mother never understood. Like, there was one time where we admit to doing something. I don't remember what it was. But then it wasn't good enough for my stepfather. He was like, well, you know, why did you do it? Or why did you do this, this, and this? And he would want it in explicit detail how we did it and why we did it. Well, we can't answer that if we didn't actually do it. And, you know, eventually my mom's like, well, why are you admitting to something you didn't do? Because we'll get punished more if we don't.
Wow.
Mother, mother, this is.
See if we can find it.
It's right in that line. It just.
Sorry for this. Meant to play all this in order, but
if you can having a hard time finding it.
yeah, I'll just go back to this.
Cody!
You want?
What the fuck?
Cody! 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 If you don't get out of here, you're going to be grabbed.
He is a child.
Yeah, he is. It's literally watching a child. It's like, what? How did these people become successful enough to buy a house to be able to have children in? That's what I want to know.
Well, it's like Ren said, the fat bitch apparently is connected.
Well, it's that she got him. All accounts, at least, and I'm getting this information from Base Mama's recent video. Base Mama said that this guy apparently wasn't interested in Emma and Cody until he was with this woman. And then she wanted to get him to get the kids, and there was a sudden need to. On top of that, there is some evidence that all the money from the YouTube channel goes to her.
Goes to Rose or goes to Heather?
Goes to Heather. That she controls the money from the YouTube channel. But that, like I said, I'm getting that from Base Mama's video.
Well, women do generally control finances in homes. So, I mean, I can only hope that she at least. I mean, the kid has an Xbox, so I mean, at least maybe something actually goes to the kids, and they look like they're well dressed. I'm not trying to justify it, but at least it looks like they try to make their children happy between the times they were torturing them.
Mm-hmm.
Probably like my household, where they were given stuff only to be used later to be taken away as punishment.
Yeah.
And yeah, you know, some things can be taken away for punishment and then given back, but it's like, you know, my household, once again, oftentimes things were just taken away and never given back. So this video, this will look into some more stuff, but there was a point, I think Ren mentioned this, that apparently before they really came out and apologized, they said that all of these videos were faked.
Yes.
That this was all acting.
I have that video. I downloaded it the second it went up.
So this person is Mr. Dapperton.
Yes.
Looks like he has a pretty big following, so if you're not subscribed to him, go ahead and subscribe to him. But this was his response to that video.
Had to go through 300 episodes. 300. Now, what you could do to help is smash the like button. Also, leave a comment so people see this video. Likes and comments raise the ranking of the video. So more people will see it. More people that see this, the better. Because these people...
Thank you, Mr. Dapperton. I didn't know how YouTube worked. Yeah, but I have to call him out for treating me like I'm an idiot.
I think he was saying that more for if this video came across some people who hadn't seen anything on Daddyofive yet. Just telling them, hey, look, you have to hit comment and like and comment in order for this video to go up in the rankings for us to circulate more.
Mm-hmm.
I still make the joke. All right, let's go. Still a good video.
Me to lose their children. Anyways, let's start the video. YouTubers did some pranks on their kids way too far into the realm of child abuse, in fact. Now, instead of admitting that they were abusing their children in the prank videos, they instead say that their videos were all fake and their children were just acting. Never abused at all, ever.
I was scared, but now I don't care anymore. Videos are fake.
If the child abuse and pranks on your channel are completely fake, then your kid needs to win an Oscar because he's the best actor I've ever seen in my life.
Right.
You know you don't hit girls. This shit don't count. Oh my God!
Oh, and on top of being the world's best actors, they're also the world's best stuntmen. They could actually be thrown into stuff, slapped, punched, thrown into furniture, and they won't get hurt at all. Matter of fact, they're completely invincible. Right, you believe that, right? Their kids are the world's best actors and they're the world's best stuntmen? That's believable. They're the jack of all trades.
Boss act.
You all made me go through all this, Jeffrey.
I know I don't have a safe word, but I just said that for now. I feel like the next thing they're gonna come up with is like just saying like, oh yeah, all our kids are actually just little people. Like, come on, like it's obvious. It's really obvious that it's not fake. Honestly.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say that.
Well, I think the fake thing came out first, and now they're trying to own up to it, but they're just trying to win over the public as much as possible while trying to keep their mini empire that they built up of YouTube subscribers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They're trying to save face.
Yeah.
Stupid prank!
Yep, totally seems fake to me. Some of his videos are fake? Absolutely. But not the child abuse ones. I admit, this looks fake.
It's Jake! It's Jake!
What the fuck is wrong with you all? God, somebody could have got shot. You're playing fucking games.
See how that could be fake. But this...
So you all made me go through all this just for a stupid prank!
This is real. These are real reactions. This is real child abuse. This is real stress. To a dresser, punched, slapped. They buy him things just to destroy it in front of him for a reaction to get YouTube money. There's no way around it. Now, I'll let you watch all this stuff yourself, and you be the judge and tell me if this is fake. I don't think it is.
We're about to break him really, really bad.
That kid doesn't even look like he wants to do it.
He doesn't.
All these things that they do are not pranks. Body slamming people, turning off their games, destroying their property. Those aren't pranks. That's bullying. Pranks fool people. Xbox, and he lost all the progress he made in the video game. Fate, you actually did that. Him. At all. That's just bullying.
I turned it off.
Oh!
Okay, the dad just let the older brother throw the little kid out of the chair. That's physical abuse. That's literal abuse.
I turned it off. Do that.
Get out!
No!
Yeah!
No!
Yeah!
No! No! How you gonna tell me to get out of the room in my house? It's my house! We came in here to get the tablet going.
So, Ballsack, I do want to say that technically the kid is being disrespectful to his father, but I'm willing to bet that the child wouldn't be disrespectful if his father treated the child with respect.
Yeah.
Tried to earn the respect of the child and tried to be a good father, then you wouldn't have such a defiant child. Usually. There are...
Do know this, according to Rose, and this information is coming from Rose and her sisters, Cody has, according to them, Cody has oppositional defiance disorder.
Oh, okay.
What?
So he has a pre-existing condition. It's on,
Oh, that
apparently
makes it much
it's
worse.
on the spectrum for autism. He doesn't respond well to authority figures. And that's just how he
That
naturally
makes this
responds.
much worse. They know, if this is true, and we're not necessarily saying it is, but that's the report that we're given. If this is true and these parents know it, they're specifically targeting Cody, which now makes more sense to me, who will react this way.
Yeah, because he has according to the mother, again, I'm saying according to the mother because we don't know if it's fully true or not, this kid is prone to acting out spurts of violence and can have mood swings. So,
Well, obviously, this is not going to help.
no.
And honestly, if I had a dad like that, I would not take any of his shit either. If he came in my room and fucking had my brother knock me out of a chair, I'd be like, dude, leave me the fuck alone.
Oh, here you go. I am Sneak just answered in chat better than I could. It's where they're more defiant because both of a chemical imbalance in the brain and an violent environment. So
Yeah.
he is a
No,
chemical
I can believe
imbalance
it
which
being
causes
true,
problems.
especially with his behaviorisms and how he's acting. Because when I was in his situation, I just took it.
Mhm.
Because generally, as a child, you don't have a choice in the parents you have.
Nope.
Try to get help. It's actually very difficult to be removed from that situation. did try to talk to people about, and I really didn't receive any help. I just took it. But I didn't have any sort of behavior problem like that. So talk back, then I'd get hit. Even if it seemed like I was talking back, I got hit. So
Can you get it going?
Okay, look how excited this kid is for this iPad, okay? I want you to remember that about this iPad. And as you'll hear soon, he just got this thing yesterday.
Stop! You're not playing it right now. You can wait. Boy, I'll smash that damn Xbox. I said you're gonna wait. You stupid.
I can't play my Xbox.
No, you can't. When I said you're gonna wait a second, and he's gonna show you how to do it.
This guy literally can't talk to his kids without screaming at them.
No, it's not. Dad.
Well, I mean, you just hit him.
Okay, right now, that gamepad is that kid's life. And right now, you're saying you're going to give it to his older brother. That's not funny. That's not funny. Bullying is what you're doing.
I don't want him setting it up.
You just hit him. Don't set it up. No one's gonna set it up.
You know what? You're not setting it up. Get off of it.
Why making me as background?
You just took a freaking picture. Yeah, you can.
No, you can't take pictures with that.
Give me my gift.
No, you just hit the TV.
Okay, this prank should have ended as soon as the kid got thrown out of the chair. Now a kid's throwing a chair? Nick, it's gone too far. Also, that little kid who's getting upset, Cody, I really doubt he's in on this. If he is, like his parents claim, and this is all fake, even Cody's acting, is the best actor on the planet.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to.
Really? Are you serious right now?
I hope somebody puts this kid through therapy after this, because he's going to need it.
Hey! Stop it!
Okay, so even if the kid is acting, which there's no way in hell that's true, him throwing his child into furniture is still child abuse, and he should still lose his kids. The father should be in jail.
Stop it!
Imagine being a 7-year-old with a father that's a bully. He buys you gifts just so he can destroy them a day later. This kind of crap, this kind of bullying would psychologically damage any child. Your father is the bully. That's insane. Please cry, okay? Listen to how fake it is.
Really? Stop! Stop!
Is he going to take away the iPad from the older brother so he doesn't smash it? Oh, no, he's just going to let him smash it for Wow. I guess Cody could also turn red on demand. He's the little kid. You know, I guess he learned that from all the acting classes. You know, the ones he never took. That cry sounds pretty realistic to me. And what did the young girl just say? He just got that yesterday, you freaking idiot. Why would the parents write in that line? It just makes the parents look bad. Obviously, they didn't write that. That dialogue is real. It's authentic, obviously. Also, why would they have him hide in the bathroom as part of the script? That only makes the parents look awful. You know, and this kid is traumatized, and he's hiding from his family that's bullying him.
I like the bathroom. Now!
So after you abuse your kid, what do? Oh, scream at him some more. Perfect. What the fuck? Are you serious? Gamepad was the entire kid's world, and he's not even in the room, and you're destroying it? Kid's hopes and dreams are crushed when he gets back, right? Whether he sees it or not. So it's clear now. You're not doing this for money, reactions. You're not doing this for laughs. You're doing this to freaking damage him.
Like, really?
Now, you're probably
So remember when I said back when he's watching the Xbox get destroyed, the broken Xbox, and I said, you know, he's reacting to it this way. It makes me wonder what it's like when the camera's not off. And it's like, this is another example. They're destroying an expensive piece of hardware for a prank. I don't think these are pranks. I just think this is just how this family reacts to things, and then they put it on camera so they can laugh about it.
Yeah. It's
Wondering, what does the mother think of all this? Obviously, she doesn't like any of this. Feels.
Hey guys,
oh, her.
thanks for Cody. I bought this here invisible ink, and I'm going to squirt it all over his carpet and start flipping out.
Now, this mother expresses herself so eloquently. It's beautiful.
What did you do?
Screaming like that. I mean, that's the kind of screaming where, you'll rupture your lung. You're only supposed to scream like that when something is really, really wrong, when you're really, really angry. To do that as just a prank?
Well, yeah, and it's a perfect example. Stam Olik, I don't know if I'm saying his screen name correctly, described said when I was a kid, he used to hide walkie-talkies under his sister's pillow and pretend to, there was a ghost in a room. That's a prank.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's something a kid would come up with. This is not.
Well, especially this prank. Let's go to watch more of this. Vanessa, are you there? Been silent for a while.
I see an empty chair.
Okay.
She may be putting the snake back.
Why did you do that?
You ruined the carpet.
Oh, yeah, get the whole family in on this to pick on this poor little kid.
Out of here, mind your business.
Do that! Mommy, Dad, I did
Oh my God.
Oh, my God, I can't believe how nasty that woman is. You don't treat people like that, even as a joke. Are you human? Do you even have feelings? You're their mother. This is traumatizing.
You know you did this.
Now, if these videos were indeed fake and all the kids were acting and all the lines were scripted, be talking over the children. Obviously, they would want the audience to hear the lines that they wrote, right? Obviously, this isn't fake. Obviously, this isn't scripted. Obviously, these are real reactions, and they're authentic reactions.
You're right 1,000 sentences.
So you were fucking up here too?
Dude, if I had my parents screaming at me like that when I was that young, that would traumatize me for life.
You did it too! You both did it! You both did this! You're both writing 1,000 sentences. And you are going to lose your allowance and everything.
Let's take a look at this next prank. Calling it a prank. Well, it's just child abuse. Let's watch it.
And we've seen that one, and then they have the whole feces on the wall thing. But I'm going to go ahead and stop it here, at least the videos that we're watching.
Yeah, it's enough. I mean, unfortunately, the poor kids will never be able to even if they are taken away and they get help and they go to the family members that they are supposed to. It's one of those things of they're never going to be able to move past this in one way, because what's going to happen once any of their friends discover the YouTube channel when they're older?
Yeah.
Or the videos that got spread around.
Yeah, it's going to be very hard for them to ever escape this, lest they change their identities, and even then, that's going to be difficult.
Mhm.
But it makes me wonder. How long was this show going on? How long was this channel going on?
At least 2
I mean,
years.
it's 2 years. And how long did it take for any of these viewers to actually like make a big issue of this? This seems like it's been within the last month.
What happened to get them noticed was the invisible ink prank went up. And that was apparently the prank that made a lot of people kind of turn and go, what the fuck? You know, you're just screaming at this kid for fun. Really?
Yeah.
Have we
And
watched
then
this one yet?
you saw part of it. It's the one where they call him up and he's
Yeah.
crying, I didn't do it. That's the
Yes.
invisible ink prank. Once that video got shared around, it got into the hands of Philip DeFranco. Well, Philip DeFranco does a video on it. Obviously, he's a massive YouTuber, so that gets Suit Yourself and Andy Worski and everyone else to start piling on and looking for it. You know, and then everyone starts talking about it, and that's what led to the mother coming forward, which led to a lot more. So
Apparently, there was a video. I kind of saw it, but I didn't really watch it because I'm doing all of this at once. So I did see it, Thrax. Apparently, there was a little boy who went on YouTube and tried to say, hey, this family is abusing these children. That was a little boy, but...
Well, I have heard there have been some people who have tried to raise the alarm on this channel and say, look, what the fuck, this shouldn't be going on. Sadly, it did take a Philip DeFranco to get attention to it, but...
You know, I kind of blame the show Jackass, in all honesty. And that's a stretch for me, and I'll admit it, but that's just how I kind of look at
I
all
don't
of it.
see it as a stretch. Jackass had quote-unquote pranks, which weren't really pranks. They were people getting hit in the balls, you know, things like that, and people liked it.
Yeah.
That's funny though because Steve-O made a video with fucking H3 making fun of it.
But there's a difference between Mike and Heather and Steve-O.
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
Steve-O those were grown adults who wanted to abuse themselves. Fine. If you're a grown man and want to get kicked in the balls for fun, by all means, have at it. I don't care.
Yeah.
Mike and Heather turned around and took it to a more of an extreme of no longer are you dealing with just grown adults who are all in on it. Now you're dealing with children who aren't always in on the prank.
Yeah, and it doesn't really make any sense. Yeah, and Cthulhu's BFF said in the chat, why did YouTube allow this? Good question. Why did YouTube pay them for this?
Because YouTube only cares when people like me make comments about feminists. Yeah. Which recently I had another one of my old videos demonetized from like 2 years ago. They just like demonetized
Same here.
it last week.
I just had one called Feminists Eat Feminists, which is basically talking about a schism within the movement, and they just permanently demonetized that.
They permanently demonetized what?
They just recently demonetized one of my older videos, and it's been happening here and there.
Yeah. It's been happening like every 2 weeks. There's another one of my videos demonetized. Now, no one's really watching anymore because it's been a few years, but it's like, just really seems at random which videos they're choosing. But, you know, let's put this in perspective here. Video of a little boy on YouTube sucking on a mother's tit, 4 years old, perfectly fine. Parents abusing their children, perfectly fine. talking about feminism. That's bad.
Or reverse racism. Or just Black Lives Matter, or any feminist or social justice warrior in general, basically.
And everyone go subscribe to Cthulhu BFF. Let them get like 500 subscribers. He said in the chat, it's like, good thing about 30 subs, I don't get demonetized. Everyone go follow him. Or her. I assume
That's
him.
a big move. It's a dude. I met him. He's cool. He bought one of my paintings.
Did you say paintings or panties?
Paintings.
Panties.
But if people wanted to buy panties, hit me up.
But I mean, and I'm sure people reported this. I'm sure people, kept hitting the report button, and YouTube just kind of sat on their asses about it. They were more focused on trying to promote social justice than they were about an actual abusive situation happening. Now, I don't know how YouTube responded to this, but the fact that the videos remained on as long as they did kind of suggests to me that YouTube basically did nothing because it wasn't a high priority for them. And the fact that even then, it was these people who privatized their own videos. It wasn't YouTube who took them down. Even after all of this, all of the media attention, and hell, I can still go on their channel and watch a video of them apologizing. YouTube didn't take down the channel itself. Hell, I get suspended for 90 days from being able to live stream on my channel, for something I don't even know what it is I exactly did. And these people still have a channel?
Oh, yeah. Well, all their videos are gone, for one, because obviously they want to hide signs of abuse. But you want to know the crazy amount of views they were getting? They would get about 100 million views a day. Or like 100.
Shit!
It was like, can we get the Social Blade, get the exact number?
I've never heard of them until now.
All right, let me put up the Social Blade. I know it was in the millions. No, probably high 100,000s, whatever. Let me just get their channel up, Social Blade. But they were getting ridiculous views. They were getting, last time they got really high ones, 100,000. Oh yeah, 176,955,918 views on one day.
Shit.
Jesus fucking Christ.
100,000.
There are a lot of sick people out there who enjoy children being abused.
That's not high. I told you, they were getting the hundreds of millions of views.
I just don't understand. Like, what was the appeal?
White trash is popular.
Jaylee says white trash is popular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was a scary thing. They used to be making, at least, $4,000 in a day, if not more. Just off ad revenue.
Well, I don't think it's just white trash, though. Let's be fair. I mean, we're living in a culture now where it's okay to hate white people simply for their race. It's okay to hate men simply for their gender. It's okay to hate straight people just for their sexuality.
And cis people.
And here we have a cis white boy being tortured.
Well,
in this world today, I can see why that would be very popular.
To be fair, we can't get the feminists on our side for one reason. There is videos of that little girl being slapped.
Yeah.
Which means we can now kind of go, hey, feminists, you want to join in? They even abused a little girl. Come here.
Yep.
First, that you can't attack her because she's a girl. Then they get angry that she did get hit for being a girl. There's so much for the feminists here.
Oh yeah, that line of "but she's your sister, she doesn't count."
Oh god.
Yeah.
That's the one line you could get them behind in half a second.
They could. I can imagine one feminist just being like, "Are you gonna say the same thing about rape? You fucking misogynist."
No, they would.
I'm glad something's being done about this, at least as far as YouTube goes. I'm glad that there were people out there trying to do something. Obviously, YouTube just wasn't doing anything about it. And I honestly believe there were people out there who were reporting them.
I think so too.
And I say this while I see jiggling.
The mother herself even says she was telling social services in the court about these videos. So she was trying to get them to pay attention. So...
And that really kind of says something about our judicial system, especially when it comes to child custody, is that the one thing they don't want to do is force children to leave a home, even when there's obvious abuse there.
Unless you're a dad.
Yeah. But in this case, there was a mother present, so it's like, well, you know, that's not really a bad thing. You know, parents play pranks on their children, so, you know, and they grow up to be normal, so no big deal.
Yeah.
That's just kind of their attitude because, you know, at the end of the day, the state doesn't want to foot the bill. That's it.
Yeah.
And that's all of their decisions come down to. Well, if we make this decision, we as the state have to pay money. So we don't want to pay money, so leave them where they're at.
Yeah. We will see.
I do hope these children are taken away from these people. I hope that the other parents do get the custody of the children. And even if they don't face any jail time, which I think they should, but given our system, they probably won't. I hope they live the rest of their lives never having access to their children again.
It's really hard to say whether or not they'll face. According to articles, and even Vice has now covered this family. They're saying the authorities are saying they're going through all the videos looking for, you know, if there was a crime committed. So there's a whole bunch of videos. Who knows? They probably could very easily come up with a crime of something.
Yeah, but I mean, the way we see it, I mean, maybe the man will go to jail, maybe, but the woman, that fat, horrible cunt, probably won't.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I hope that things improve for the kids, however that may end up. But obviously, this is not a very good environment for them at all. And I feel really bad for them.
Yeah. And Stan Ulich, it's not that people are saying they want the kids in foster care. There is a dad for the older three boys who actually has wanted custody of his sons, and there is the mom for Emma and Cody who wants her kids back. No one's saying they want the kids in the system. They want the kids with the other parents.
Oh no, I do not want the kids in the child care system, because it can be just as bad, if not worse, than what they're experiencing now. And that was actually something also I discussed with someone, and I didn't know about the other parents until Ren just told us in this video. But the thing with doxing is, like, everyone seems interested in getting the children taken away, but it's like, do you even care what happens to the children after the fact? Have you ever considered what's going to happen as far as them going into foster care? And the excuse that I got was, well, they'll probably find some relative to give them to. And it's like, you don't know that.
No,
I 100% applaud you for what you're saying right now, as far as not putting them in the system and giving a shit about what might happen to them after the fact. Kudos on that. But it does look like that they do have other parents that are fighting for them right now.
yeah, there's the dad for the older 3 boys has reopened his custody case and has gone, I want custody of them now. And the mom mom of Emma and Cody has been fighting for 2 years to get custody of them back. So
I just wish them all luck. Honestly. Well, I just hope that the whatever the couple's name is that's in the videos.
Mike and Heather is what's publicly known. That's why I say Mike and Heather, because that's what they publicly put out there.
Yeah, they just need to grow up. And
well, no, they're grown up. I don't think the problem is they're immature. Think about this. I just read how many views they were getting in a short amount of time per video. They were getting in the in the 100 million mark of views per video. They weren't doing this because they were immature. They were doing this because of the money.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Their social blade has now dropped down to 0. At one point, it listed almost like 60K to something ridiculously high that they could get a year off that YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm willing to give them the benefit of the doubt, which they don't deserve, that maybe before this YouTube channel, they weren't this bad. And I'm going to go against myself in just a moment, counteract my statement. But maybe they didn't start off this bad, but once, maybe they did one video where they did a prank, and then it's like, oh, that got us a lot of views. Let's try to go up a little bit higher. Let's go a little bit higher. And before they knew it, they were just doing all of this horrible shit. Now, I go against that point, though, because as Ren had just told us, apparently the other parents that are not in the picture to get custody. Now, there's all sorts of reasons why people try to get custody of their children, and it's not necessarily because of abuse. Usually it's because they're trying to get shared parenting, but it does leave me open that maybe they were always this abusive.
There is some hearsay evidence from Mike's ex and Rose that Mike himself was always that abusive. I don't know about Heather, but then again, like I said, I linked Space Mama's video somewhere in chat, in the side, not side chat, but the big main chat on the channel. She talks about what she dug up on them that was public record. Like everything that was publicly available.
Yeah, I'm going to check out that video myself. But we're getting about to our 90-minute mark, so do you want to go ahead and start ending this, Vanessa?
Sounds good to me.
Hi and bye.
But you guys can go ahead and say your final thoughts and shill whatever you feel like, and then I'll finish it off if you want.
What? You'll finish me off? Woohoo!
I'll finish everyone off.
All right. I'll post it one more time. It's inside, and I'll put it in side chat too. This is the video I was talking about, where she, from a day ago, where she dug up everything she could.
So how about you start, Ren? Any final thoughts? Anything you want to shill?
Final thoughts, this family is a piece of shit. But I probably couldn't add anything more than hasn't been said a million times over now. I'm Reading Ren. Check out my channel. For side chat, there's my PayPal link if you'd like to tip me. I'm out of cigarettes and Diet Coke, so any amount of tips would be really appreciated. And yeah, Bad Cat, your turn.
Yeah, I'll give you just the tip. I mean,
I was thinking the same thing.
so you can check out all my stuff down below. I've got, well, Vanessa has my channel there, also my Twitter account, also my Patreon. And I'm going to ask her to put down there also my book that I'm hoping to get out at the end of June. You can pre-order it now. And it's mostly for if you want to create complex characters in your stories, but that can also be used for D&D campaigns. And then we've got a show on Thursday coming out. I don't know what we're going to do. We generally don't know what we're going to do until the day of. So it's anyone's guess.
Yeah. Is that all for you?
Yeah.
You done? All right.
Go.
Okay, fine. I just wanted to make sure I didn't interrupt you. But okay, so both me and Mad Cat's links are down in the description. If you like my outfit, you can buy me stuff like this on my Amazon wish list. I'll put it in the chat again. But yeah, there's also Patreon, PayPal, all that stuff down there. If you become a patron, $1 or more, you can see sexy pictures, not nude, but sexy pictures of me in outfits.
Yeah, nudes are
I
on,
love how you're pointing to your tits like that. It's like, you can see.
Yes.
Nudes are on my Patreon.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you buy me something that is not appropriate enough to post, I will send them to you in messages, obviously.
Someone
But yeah, there's all kinds of
$10
stuff.
so I can give it to Ren so I can get a nude.
Oh,
Please.
there's 5 or 6 nudes up currently on Patreon for purchase right now.
Ooh. Yeah, but so there's that, and follow me on Twitter. There's lots of stuff on there. If you donate $5 to my Patreon or PayPal, then I'll post a GIF, a sexy GIF of whatever you feel like. And
I have a question, Vanessa.
yeah.
Does that outfit give you +5 armor?
Yep.
Yes.
Someone's trying to make me feel bad about myself in the chat, and it's not working. But yeah, so come check us out on Thursday on our stream. And yeah. Daddyofive is a piece of shit. Oh, yeah.
If you donate $100, then she would have kissed her. But because you didn't, all you got was a slap on the hand.
Yep, exactly. Oh, well, yeah, people can donate at any time during the chat or during the stream now, so it's all up to you guys. But yeah, we will see you on Thursday, and hopefully I'll be posting more videos soon. I've just been really fucking busy with doing art and shit, but yeah. Thanks for joining us, everyone. I will see you next time.
See you later.
Bye.